tag to matte. Oh, we gotta decide what we're just doing. I'm just gonna do one side. So I'll need 4 of these pieces of paper. And measurements 3 by 2 1/4, or I'm sorry, 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. So 3 1/4. And then again, if you cut it directly in half, you get 2. Because the paper is 4 1/2 inches wide. So 3, double check, make sure that's right. Always double check. That looks good to me. About an 1/8 inch border all the way around. 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, and again, I'm literally throwing this much paper away. 3 1/4. I think I'm going to get away with only using 1/3 of that paper pack. 2 1/4. 3 1/4. By 2 1/4. Alrighty, now I have all my mats cut. Okay, and I'm going to throw these away. And this is what I have left. I used a little over 1/3 of this paper pack. That's what's left. So, whew, lots of paper left to do lots of different things. And the only thing left are the stoppers. Now, you can find cool stickers to use, or we can punch some shapes out of the leftover papers here. So we'll think about that for a while. Now, real quick, I'm going to mat one of these. And remember, when you're matting, front and back, this is where your tag is going to go, and this is where it binds. So the mats for the photo mats are separate. But one thing that you want to keep in your conscience is the paper and how it coordinates. Now, when I add this to the hinge, I'm going to start from the back and work my way forward. So I have my different stacks of photo mats here. This is for the small flap, or the flap. This is for the actual page, and this is for the belly band. And this is where we get the ATG out, or whatever adhesive you have. Again, you can use wet glue on this, but it will warp the 65-pound cardstock. And as far as adhesive goes, really, that's all I do, is just a quick all 4 sides of the with adhesive. And I am going to line this up about an 1/8 inch away from my outside line there. And that's how I'm going to line that up. And this is going to sit here like this, so I just got to take that into consideration while I'm taking out my photo mats. And if you spread them out a little bit, like a hand of cards, and you can kind of get the gist of it. And remember, the back is going to be mostly covered by the stuff that you stick in the belly band. So I don't want to use this rose paper because it's really close to this rose paper. So I'm going to use this for the inside. And you can put the pages in the album first if that's how you would like to do it. Now this one's only going to have about a 1/16 along this edge. That's how I'm going to line it up. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this dark paper here. And again, if you wanted to distress the edges of your paper, of course, you do it now. And I'm going to line this up in the center. And then on the back of the page, so the page goes in here like this, so you'll see this front, and the back is going to be right there. And I think I'm going to use this moon paper for the back. Okay, so my dogs were barking. I'll probably have to cut out part of that video. So my paper choices for the first page are here. And then I'm gonna do one more page just to show you kind of like the process. Oh, forgot the belly band. All right, belly band. It's gonna go right about there, and I gotta pick a paper for that. About this nice dark paper here. So I'm going to glue or adhere, and I just got a tiny bit of room on either side, and then about a 1/16 of an inch on the upper and lower. And then you can score tape or you can glue. These I'm gluing. Okay. And I don't, oh, I totally biffed that. Okay. I don't want to cover the whole thing, the whole moon. So I'll put it right below the moon. Okay. So there's the first page done. The belly band's on. Or it's going to be the last page of the album. And then I'll do one more. Keeping in mind that this is going to be the page behind it. I'm going to start with the back this time. And I don't want a photo paper because that one's there. I think I'll do this dark, like fabric or silk. Adhere around the outside. And there is a bit of a difference. I think there's an 1/8 inch difference or so in the measurements. Okay, so that's going to be the back, so that's going to be like that. And then a belly band. I'll do a red one, maybe. I think. Here. Again, just a sliver on the left and right, and about a 1/16 of an inch on the top and bottom, and wet glue on the sides. This one I don't have anything, I'm trying to save. And as long as you line this side up and this side up, it'll be straight. Okay, now I can turn it over, pick my paper. I think I'm going to do this one. And when I pick the paper, I also consider what this flap is going to look like, open and close. So for this one, I think maybe here. I like this paper. Okay. So along the outsides, again, and just a sliver on the left side, maybe a sliver on the right, and then we need the inside. How about this one? I like that one. Okay. So around the sides there. I am going to leave you taping.
But I may cut it out, so we'll see. We'll see when I'm in the editing process. Okay, page 7. So we're going backwards. And then right here. I got a lot of background noise going on. I better turn you off, so let's keep on matting that away, and we'll be back.
Okay, everybody, so I got all 8 of my pages done. And I'll show you my paper choices real quick. The belly bands are all on, like I showed you. Alright, well, you can see my paper choices while I do this. Okay, so in order to put the pages on the hinges, remember the hinge slides here. So what we do is we take the backing off of the hinge itself. You slide the page down to that taper that you made, and then I bend it down a little, make sure it's straight, and that's pretty straight. I pick it back up and I squeeze it together. Page 1, or that's actually page 8. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with the next one, page 7. Again, make sure you're sliding it into the right side. Slide your page down over the hinge. Kind of make sure it's going to line up straight. Pick it back up. Squeeze it together. Okay. Backing off. Page slide over the hinges. Line it up. Push it down. And you just keep doing that. I matted the pages, but I did not mat the photo mats yet. Or the tags. So I still have to do that, but we are nearly done. And I think I probably have, outside of these videos, I probably have another 45 minutes in it, and that was cutting out the pages and gluing those together and matting these pages. So once I get it all done, I'll add up how long it took to do this. And this is only my second one, so as you all know, the more you do, the quicker you get, the easier it gets. Here's my second page. I am loving the fact that, one, I'm using up my chipboard, and two, I am using up these mat stacks, which, you know, they're good for matting photos, but I've just been doing Project Life, so I haven't had very many photos to mat. Okay, I think I started on a couple rants a while back and I never finished them, so when I get done and I watch the video, I will take notes of all the rants that I started on and didn't finish, and I will finish those up for you next time. Oh, I was going to go try and find some stickers. Oh, for the bottoms. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and do the tags next. And again, I'm just matting the one side of the tags. And I'm only matting one side of the 3.5 by 2.5 photo mats. And I'll be matting only one side of the file folders, front and back, but not the inside. These are simple. And again, if you wanted to put decorative borders or punches on them, you certainly could. Maybe I'll do one since I have all this paper left and I accidentally cut a crazy file over there. Maybe I will do another one and make it super fancy. one that I'm not trying to time myself on to say how easy it is. Put a charm on it, some flowers on the front, 3-dimensional flowers, not just the picture. Label it somehow. So this has been fun, this tutorial. Like I said, I've never done one before, so that was... You'll have to let me know if it was helpful at all, or if it was totally not. That would make a difference on whether I did more. I have an extra piece of paper. I counted something wrong. Surprise. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing a tag. And I know I had it. Is it under here somewhere?
Mr. Tag. This is one of those days. It's on here. I certainly hope it's not in the trash can. I don't believe I counted my tags after I pulled them out from here. Alright, well, I'm going to go on a tag search here in a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to do the same thing with my file folders. Just making sure that I don't have duplicate designs on them. So I'm going to put these on the file folders, and then the same thing with the 3x2 tag, 3.5 by 2.5 mats or tags. And I'm going to go find my tag and map the rest of these, and then when I'm putting everything together, I'll come back.
Let's see, what do I got? We can take, I need 8 stoppers. I have this, I remember that piece that I had left over, and then I have these. So let's see what kind of punches I have. It looks like maybe these two. Let's punch out a piece. I'm going to use the plain black cardstock for the big part. And then this little black cardstock, or not black, but the pattern paper for the inside. I think that'll make a cute stopper. And then if you find something, some sticker or embellishment to go in there afterwards, That would be awesome. Okay. So I'm going to punch out some more of these. So I'm using up even more of the paper. There's 3. I think I can get one more. 4. I need 8 altogether. That one's going to be too small. This one, I'm not even going to try. I'm going to try some of these. I'm going to leave the flower. 1, 2. Oops, I gotta cut that one crooked. I can't even punch straight. Isn't that something? This seems to be, I think it's this one. Okay. Okay, so I got 1, 2, I need 3 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Oh, I don't want to cut into the flower, so we'll use this one. I'm going to use this Bright Sunny Shine, and then some of these trees. Okay, so there's 8 of those. And then 8 of these. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, you can use whatever punches you have, or Cameo cuts, obviously. And then, so I end up throwing that piece away, and that was from the original, Cameo cuts. And I'm just going to place these in the center. I'm just going to use my wet glue. I don't want to use a whole lot of wet glue because I don't want that paper to buckle. So I'm kind of squeezing some out and then wiggling it around on there. Yeah, and then again, like I said, if you find some cool stickers, even this is a good paper line for hearts. Some heart punches would be neat. I have some of those. We could add those. I may do that. I can find some I've already punched. I have my, I'm just going to decorate these with some hearts. How about a couple on each? I'm just going to put 2 little glue dots. And we're almost there. It's so exciting. And even with just a little bit of glue I put on these, they're starting to kind of fold up. And that's okay because of their purpose, it's really not going to affect it much. But it just goes to show you why you don't really want to use the wet glue on the lightweight or 65-pound cardstock. And my quick dry adhesive, I don't know if you noticed while I was putting the belly bands on, you pretty much stick those things on there. It takes about 5 seconds for them to quick set, and then 5 minutes, they're pretty much dry. So these aren't going to be next to each other, they're going to be on different pages, so I'm not too worried about them looking identical. Maybe one big heart would have been better, but maybe 3 hearts. I'm just gonna put 2 on there. This is above and beyond what I was going to do anyways, but because I didn't find any cute stickers, we'll just decorate with punches. Okay, almost done. While these are sitting here, this one here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and toss these. I'd say I'd keep them for another project, but I will never use them. Alright, I'm going to put my tags in. And again, because we pooched that little mouth up, they're easy to put in. And they'll go as far down as that, but I keep mine sticking out a little bit because you have an extra inch there to play with, and that allows you can put ribbon through your tags, or whatever. I'm not going to put that one in there because it matches that paper. I have 2 stuck together. That's what happened to it before, by the way. It was stuck to the back of another tag, like this one is too. Okay. Do I have another one stuck together? Nope, I don't. Okay. I'm gonna stick that one there. This one here. And then this one's going to go on the back page. Okay, now this one has one less layer of paper than my Halloween one because I didn't mat the back of these. So we'll see how that affects it. Now, for the placeholders, you're going to take, I don't want these 2 next to each other in sequence, so that's good. And these 2 I don't want next to each other, so I'll do that. And then this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so run the glue right along the bottom and line it up with the very bottom of the paper. And like I said, it takes about 5 seconds to fast set that, and you can just skip to the next page. Along the bottom. Right in the middle. Dog hair. Okay, do it again. We're almost done. I'm going to move this one because of this paper. So, oh yeah, you know what? I really don't care. Okay, here. Let's put this one on there. I'll just do it. So we have very little waste. That one's buckling up a little bit. We used up a whole bunch of scraps. We used up a whole bunch of scraps. We only used 9 pieces of 8.5 by 11 and 1 piece of 12 by 12. Scraps of our chipboard. and a paper mat stack, which I think is awesome because otherwise I don't know, I've had them forever. Obviously this collection's forever old. I don't know, 2 years maybe? I went on a huge paper spree. Okay. And I think that's about it. And again, I decorated my witchy one with stickers. And I left this flower, so you could actually cut this out and layer it over this one, which would be neat. Think about doing that. I'm not going to do it right now. And every page gets a file folder and one of these mats. So, and you just stick them under the belly band and stick them under the placeholder. And they may stick up out of the top a little bit, but I think I put a little bit too much glue on that one. So, pick which ones we want. There we go. Isn't that nice? I think it looks wonderful. Okay, now if you enjoyed this, please give me a little bit of feedback on any of the videos so that I know that I'm doing something right. If you didn't enjoy it, please let me know so I know I've done something wrong. And if you would like the Cameo Silhouette cut files that go along with this, and again I have to make a tutorial for it, but if you would like those files, visit me at my Etsy shop and I will leave the link below. And if you followed this tutorial and you made your own little mini album, I would love to hear about it. Send me a link. My email is my email is scrappingposh@gmail.com. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. Have a great day.